What is going on, FG3000? Back in the place to be on this early morning down here in Austin, Texas. It has been like a hot minute since I last did a developer's note. Like the last game I did developer's notes on had to have been Exo's Heroes. That was the last game I cared about enough to read text on a screen. So here we are, the very first developer's note for Nikke Goddess of Victory, and hopefully we see many more. This is a really easy thing to do. Just communicate with your player base, baby. That's all it really takes. You tell people that you're working on bugs, and now their mind can't wander, right? There are so many people that were like, dude, this game is dead. They're never gonna fix this. They're never gonna fix that. Woe is me, the end of the world is nigh. But now, hey, come out, acknowledge the bugs, give us a brief timetable, and basically what that does is that just buys you a degree of patience from your player base, right? And that's really what you want to see, right? So let's go ahead and take it from the top. First of all, thank you to all the commanders for your love and support. You're welcome. Since this game's launch, we've received a lot of feedback about in-game bugs and issues the players have encountered. Understatement. You gonna give ad-libs all through the video, FG? Yes. We really appreciate this feedback as it helps us make improvements and deliver an improved gameplay experience. Now, we acknowledge that you want to see fixes implemented as soon as possible, and we're working very hard to make that happen. While we cannot provide a full timetable for fixes, our very first step in achieving that is to publish the issues that we expect to fix from the end of November to the beginning of December in today's developer's notes, and that's pretty fair, right? November is basically over. Today's the 23rd. You're gonna have tons of people taking off for holidays, so you know the last couple of days of November and then like half of December is probably all you can really expect from like major fixes before they kind of go in holiday mode, and we don't really hear from them until like maybe like the second week, late first week, early second week of January. I made all that up, but you know what? It sounds true. So this is what's gonna be fixed by the end of November, right? The issue where the notification reappears even though there are no available rewards in the day-by-day event. Thank you, baby Jesus. Oh my God. Several display issues such as characters being registered in the Synchron device as being displayed as level 1. I never saw that, but hey, great to see. The issue effect where enhanced critical damage of maiden skill 2 is not applied. Hopefully the first of many skills being adjusted and looked at, right? Incorrect skill descriptions on several other characters. Oh my goodness. That was a bigger issue than I actually thought it was. The issue where Rapture's core does not take any damage when it's attacked. Thank you. The issue where occasionally the error message failed to sync combat information pops up after a stage is clear. This is another one that I never saw, but I did see a lot of this on Reddit, so very good to see that being fixed soon. Many commanders have pointed out that the free okay, yeah, I don't even need to read this. I know what this is. So a lot of games out there, Nikke is not the only game that did this. The first game that comes to my mind that did something very similar to this is Last Claudia, and basically what this issue is, right? Let's say you buy a gem pack that gives you 1,000 gems and 200 bonus gems. Now to you, the player, you spent money for both of those gems, right? Even though the 200 gems are quote unquote free, you still spent money to get it in the first place. So in your mind, you're like, dude, all of those gems are paid gems. But when it comes to this game, and like I said, other gacha games out there, the paid gems are actually the 1,000. The free gems that you get bonus are free gems. They're not actually counted as paid gems, or in Nikke's case, charged gems, right? So that's super confusing, especially when you consider like the limited time packs. Now that's something I don't think I can tell you that I've ever seen before. I don't think I've ever seen limited time pack gems be classified as free gems before. Like that's something that that's new to Nikke. I don't like that at all, but at least for now we're gonna get a clear distinction between what is what. That's gonna be coming out in early December. Also coming out in early December is an issue where the notification does not appear even when there are no available rewards in the infrastructure core. I'm always going into my core looking for stuff. Ain't nothing in there. Ain't nothing in there. The issue where the notification is not displayed properly in Simulation Room, Lost Sector, Harmony Cube, Recycling Room, etc., etc. Like, dude, this is all over the place. Like, Recycling Room is notorious for not telling you have things going on, and then all the other ones are like always telling you something's happening, but guess what? Ain't nothing happening. Improvements will also be made to the battle portion of the game as well. Issue where critical rate is negative in certain situations, bruh. One of my favorite stats of all time is crit. And just to see how useless it was in this game, dude, I'm glad that's being fixed as well. The issue where screen shaking option and max frame rate affected the interaction to the core, which reduces the final damage dealt, bruh. Not a unique issue just to Nikke. I've definitely seen other games where the frames per second kind of interacted with damage per second, so I'm definitely glad to see that's gonna be fixed. In addition, we'll also fix issues related to combat mechanisms and skill errors. What type of errors, FG? Skill errors, you know what I'm talking about. The issue where charge rate of characters that use charge weapons affect the skill effect. Dude, I didn't know there was something wrong with charge rate characters. Like, what? Wait, what? The issue where Vest use skill damage 1, and the problem that some characters' attract effects cannot be activated. Basically, taunt was broken, so that's gonna make Vesti and Ludmilla a lot more relevant going forward. Many gameplay issues will be resolved as well. The issue where the game crashes when you enter the Harmony Cube, that's gonna be fixed. The issue where some buffs in Simulation Room that should affect randomly have a 100% chance effect. Oh my God, don't fix this now, please. Oh God. Simulation Room, I hope after we come back from the holidays, Simulation Room is priority number 1 to make this either less important or more fun, because right now you're kind of in this catch-22 situation with Simulation Room, right? It is boring as sin, right? By far, probably the worst gameplay mode that I played in a good gacha game in forever. Forever. And unfortunately, you can't ignore it due to how important it is for skill upgrades. So like, Simulation Room has to be priority number 1 to kind of iron that out. And you know what? Real talk between me, you, and you, man, there was times that I was logging in and I didn't even want to play the game anymore because Simulation Room is so bad, yet it's so important. It made me not want to play the game at all if I couldn't play it optimally, right? Like, I hope that makes sense. I would rather quit the game completely than play the game suboptimally by not taking advantage of Simulation Room every single day. So please work on this as fast as possible. The issue where Tyrant class Raptures would stop moving in certain situations, an issue where actual waiting time and output defense is longer than time recorded and the rewards given. All that's well and good, but check this out, yo. To provide commanders with a better gaming experience, we will also reduce the difficulty of the game so that players will not face a sharp decline in character stats in cases where combat power only differs by 1. All right, this is massive. This is probably one of the biggest changes that we're gonna see in mid-December, right? We are carefully testing this to make sure that this is just carefully testing, right? We are carefully testing and making sure that this adjustment will not increase the difficulty of certain stages. Like, this was dumb, right? To put it in simple numbers, if your battle power was 99 and the stage was 100, there's a real good chance you would absolutely get destroyed in that stage. I'm talking like, if the boss had 11 life bars, you would get it down to 9 life bars, right? That's how hard it would be. But come back tomorrow with your power being 101, that's it? All of a sudden you're destroying the stage. Like, that made no sense whatsoever. Also, the anti-cheat feature will be enhanced. They done a really good job about banning, cheating accounts and publicly displaying it. I absolutely love that, and I hope they continue doing that. Furthermore, issues such as players being unable to obtain rewards and lost relics will be fixed throughout December. If you discover your rewards are missing during gameplay, please contact customer service. And lastly, what they say here, we'd like to take this opportunity to apologize for all the issues you have encountered since launch and reiterate our determination to resolve any future problems you may experience. Please do not hesitate to contact us. We already talked about that. We will need to test and verify the problem before we take any actions. We ask for your understanding and your patience, sure. In addition to the bug fixes mentioned in the developer's note, we are continuously solving any problems found in the game. So that's all well and good. Your ongoing love and support, great. All right, so all that stuff is good. So there you go, the very first developer's note here in Nikke Goddess of Victory. I hope this is not just a one-off just because kind of bugs got out of control and they felt like they had to do damage control. I would love to see them be more proactive with these developers notes as well. Kind of like, I hate to say it, kind of like Exos Heroes, right? That was something that you could always rely on. Every new season of Exos Heroes was getting an updated developer's note talking about what worked, what didn't work, and what you can look forward to in the future. It's little small things like this that really build up a community and keep it like a community, right? If you have a bunch of people, you know, with all of these conspiracy theories and, you know, doom posting and things of that nature, it just gets really messy. Have a developer's note like this, keep us in the loop, and I assure you, people are going to be a lot more willing to stick with your game long term and try to overlook these temporary speed bumps. Because you got to think about it like this, dude. A lot of the people that are playing Nikke right now have never actually experienced a true global launch gacha game. Most of the gacha games that we get here in the global audience have already been out for like a year plus, right? And most of those game-breaking bugs have been fixed in other regions before they even come down here, right? So you got to be on top of it, you got to be communicating, and I think this is a very good first step. So there you go, my friends, the first developer's note of Nikke Goddess of Victory. I will see you guys very, very soon, because we're gonna be going deep, real deep in that Laplace banner. My name is FG, bruh, and I'm out.